In this video we're going to be doing a very scientific experiment. We're going to be seeing how far Nike have come since these came out and these came out. What is up guys, and welcome to Nike HQ here in Baltimore. Yes, I've moved to Baltimore as I continue to stalk the guys from Believe in the Run. Right, so I thought this would be an interesting video. I've got here the 4%, which was the sort of OG running carbon plated shoe from Nike. I'll come on to the stats and features in just a second. And then we've got here the Vaporfly Next % 3. And I thought it would be really interesting to spend 5 minutes to sort of talk about how far Nike have come from this to this. I'm going to go out and I'm going to run 6 miles in each. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts on how far Nike have come. Okay, so here it is, the OG. This is the knit version of the shoe that came out, the 4%. We've got, I think, now actually hang on, I wrote it down. We've got 31mm stack in the heel, 21mm in the forefoot. We've got full length carbon plate. We've got Zoom X that appeared for the, I think, was it the first time in this shoe? And as I said, we've got this fly knit upper. Okay, let's weigh the shoes. Hang on, 7.6 ounces, the OG. 7.35, both are UK 9.5. Right, so here we've got 40mm stack. We've got obviously Zoom X still in the shoe, but it's like Zoom X 2.0, full length carbon plate. We've got flying it upper. Both of these shoes fitted true to size. We've got rubber on the outside, but this has now got like a waffle design. This is just like, I think it's so classic. That bit of rubber there, and then you had obviously around the heel section. Okay, so let's go out, let's do 6 miles in each. I'll then come back to you and I'll report back on how I found it. Okay guys, so time to report back. We've done 6 miles in these, the 4%, and we've done 6 miles in the Vaporfly 3. I think we're going to talk about the biggest differences that I found. Okay, so the biggest difference in terms of noticeable difference is the stack heights, right? You've got over 40mm here and you've got 30 something in here. You do feel that, you do notice that, although in fairness to the Vaporfly 3, it's a lot more stable than previous versions. This feels lower to the ground. You feel that ground contact. You feel that, I don't know, that sort of traditional element of speed that you used to get off of these racing shoes. It really does feel sort of old school. So yeah, the biggest sort of difference in terms of these shoes in feel wise is the noticeable stack difference. Now you might say, yeah, Floyd, that's obvious, but it's kind of noticeable. But you know what, there is one thing that sort of brings them back together, and that's the feeling of speed. Despite the increased stack height of this versus this, there is in both of the shoes a just complete and utter feeling of speed. Both of the shoes just carry fast pace really, really well. Yeah, you've got the more ground feeling, sort of old school natural feeling here, although it's still not natural because you've got the Zoom X in it and the plate. But, you know what I mean. But both of the shoes just feel so damn fast. Now the improvements I would say in the Vaporfly 3 is on the outsole. The outsole on this is much stickier. It just seems to hold on better than this. It's a game changer, I would say, on this shoe versus the other versions like 2 and that lot, what they've done here. There's nothing really much wrong with this, but you can feel the difference. This is a much better upper, we'll come on to that, outsole versus this. The uppers have changed significantly. I think it's interesting this has got the fly knit on it. The air that you can feel going through your feet on this one is so noticeable versus this. It is still nice feeling, and it's kind of really stretchy and sort of, yeah, just wraps your foot around versus this where you get like the gather on the shoe. This is in the upper on this shoe is probably it's one of its good points and bad points. The improvements in terms of the aeration, even if that's a word, going through the shoe is great, but you do get the gather, where on this shoe it sort of really hugs your upper foot. They both fit great. They both kind of got offset lacing, so the lockdown's cool. This has got a little bit of foam in here, but they've definitely built out the foam in this shoe, and it's, dare I say, more comfortable ride. It feels wider. I don't know whether it is, but it just feels wider. Maybe that's because of the room in the upper. But yeah, they just feel awesome. So it is amazing how far it's come, you know, in terms of the technology. This does feel much more loaded up on the plate than this. Maybe that's because you've got the increased stack with the plate, where you've got the lower stack and the plate in here. But you really got to give them kudos, Nike, for this shoe. It is still so much fun, and this is still better than some of the other carbon plated shoes out there. So for example, the Brooks Hyperion Elite. This still is a fast shoe. It really is, and it's just a pleasure actually to put it back on and go out and run in it. Yeah, I'm just looking at it in love. It's just such a good shoe, and it's where it all started. But you know what? They've come leaps and bounds. This is, I think, the best Vaporfly Next Percent 3. The Next Percent is the best sort of version they've done in a while. This is a big improvement for me because of the stability. It just makes it a little bit more versatile. So for me, this really does work. The only thing, as I said, is that gather in the upper that kind of lets it down. But I really think they've hit a home run with this version. But yeah, I just thought it'd be cool to pull, you know, this one out of the garage and put it up against this, and just to see, you know, how far they've come. And they really have. They're so innovative in terms of their race shoes, Nike. They're terrible with their daily shoes, but in terms of their race shoes, they are so innovative. And it's amazing to put this back on and look, you know, where this is where it all started. But this is a great shoe to sort of bring back those memories. And it's amazing how fast it still feels. It really does. But this is just, the Vaporfly 3, I think, is probably the best one they've done in a long time. So there we go, people. Let me know in the comments. Have you got the OG? Are you still rocking it out? Did you have a pair? Let me know in the comments. Are you much of love with it as me? Can't speak, but you know what I mean. Was it as such a good shoe for you like it was for me? Let me know in the comments. Right, okay, right. We better stop reminiscing and get back to the day job.